Hi guys, it's Siobhan with To Kitty and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing monthly horoscope readings, and this is for Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. I also recommend that you check out your sun, moon, and rising sign videos. So for example, if this is your sun sign, check out your moon and your rising readings to get a better overall idea of the energy that's affecting you in January 2020. Keep in mind that these are general readings, so not all of the messages and information is going to apply to everyone. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right, so let's jump right into it. Aquarius, your current self energy is coming up as the Six of Swords. Okay, so moving away, flying away from some turbulent situations and allowing yourself to be free from something that was stressing you out mentally recently. Oh, well, yeah, that's the Tower energy. So the theme of the month is the Tower, which is a little bit of destruction, things kind of falling apart, maybe a little few bumps in the road, perhaps some big bumps in the road. And maybe that's why the Six of Swords is here. It's like you're really just trying to get out of that stress from these Tower moments. Now, because this is the theme of the month, this is something that either you've experienced recently and you're now dealing with the aftermath of it, or this is something that's occurring in January that you're therefore transcending when the time is right. Let's see. So the key goal this month, you have the Five of Cups, which is mermaid in this. I like that. Okay, so the Five of Cups is about grief, right? So there's some kind of a loss here, and you're moving away from the pain of that loss or the turbulence of that loss, where things really get shaken up. So this may be, especially with the Tower here, this could be like a relationship falling apart. This could be changing jobs or losing your job. No, I don't want to scare anybody into thinking that that's going to happen, because it may not, right? It could just be an energetic thing where perhaps you're being asked to let go of certain ways of thinking that at one point comforted you but are now kind of harming you, and they're not meant for you, they're not good for you. So it's really just a process of releasing that, letting that go. And the process of really embracing this emotional state, which the mind has a tendency to not like. It doesn't want to feel these uncomfortable emotions, especially grief, sadness, pain, that kind of thing. That's why the mind will kind of try to take us out of that arena, but sometimes it's necessary. So the High Priestess is here as the obstacle to overcome. Okay, so the High Priestess, the fortune teller. This is secret knowledge. This is esoteric information and wisdom. This is tuning into the divine and being able to understand some of that esoteric information, to gain that wisdom through, in this case, she's seen as reading tarot, which is what we're doing here. So this is perhaps getting some guidance around what's going on, around the obstacles that you are kind of traversing right now. You may be in some rocky territory and you need some outside guidance to help you to navigate those stormy seas. Because that's what I really see. And the harpy here with the Six of Swords with the wings, it's the ability to fly. So if this tower comes down, you've got your wings. Your security is not based on the tower, it's based on your ability to fly. And with the mermaid here, it's the ability to swim through these emotions, right? You're not at the will of this turbulent sea. You are this powerful being who can navigate that. So using this information and your ability to connect with your intuition, your higher self, your inner guidance, your spirit guides as well, can really help you to navigate through this and come out of it hopefully relatively unscathed. That being said, the major accomplishment you guys have for January is the Nine of Wands. So this is the Wounded Warrior card. You may come through it a little bit less than unscathed, but that being said, you're coming to the closure of it. The 9 is, the end of this cycle. So whatever it is that's going on, it's coming to a close. It's just really a matter of time and and how you deal with it as well, right? Like how easily you let go. We're still in eclipse season in January. So in December, we had the solar eclipse around Christmas. And then in January, I believe the lunar eclipse is on the 13th. Don't quote me on that. But we're in eclipse season. So this is a really pivotal point energetically where we often get forced to let go of things that we've been sort of holding on to out of fear or out of attachment. So anything that's not meant for you is going to be, either forcefully taken away, or you're going to let go of it. You're going to be guided to let go of it. So this is kind of where that process can be painful. Sometimes we don't want to let go, even though it's not for us, right? But the ego, it likes to have that kind of attachment. That's why the higher information and using your intuition or getting, objective guidance around this can really help you. But the 9 of Wands here with the pumpkin head, I really see this as just pushing through, continuing to move forward, holding up the lantern. This is kind of reminding me of that hermit energy. And he's also got this noose around his neck, but he's not strung up by it. So this is almost like you've come down from that hanged man phase where you're now, okay, like you've reassessed and you understand now why these things have to change. And then you're ready to go within to make these changes. So I'm getting like hanged man and hermit vibes from this 9 of Pentacles, which is not normally something that I associate with that. But yeah, there's lots of different aspects to look at here. That's why the house in the background is all lit up. All these rooms within your house, within your mental house, are being illuminated for you to look at, so that you can, tear down some of the things that aren't working, get rid of some of the things, clean house. It's like winter cleaning. Okay, so what to avoid? You have the King of Cups, which is the Orc. This is an interesting choice of character for the King of Cups. I wouldn't normally have made that association, but the King of Cups traditionally is very emotionally based, very centered. He's a good counselor, very intuitive, male or female. It's just tuning into that action energy around the emotions and the intuition and the sensitivity therein. So to be able to heal some of this emotional upheaval, it's about tapping into your emotional maturity and strength. Now, the Orc is very strong, not necessarily a character or a mythological creature that I would associate with being, compassionate, but it is in the what to avoid position. So this could be an aspect that needs to be avoided, that sort of orcish kind of lack of compassion, right? So be compassionate for the situation, be compassionate for yourself, be compassionate for the process as you go through this. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to forgive. Allow yourself to let go, ultimately. And not to blame others for the situation or blame anything outside of yourself for the situation, because it's not, and don't blame yourself either, right? Just don't blame anybody. It's really just about accepting, releasing, healing, and then moving forward again. That's the key here. That's what I'm picking up on so far. Now you've got another 5, so 5 of Cups, and then the 5 of Wands, Chimera. So this is really getting to the nitty-gritty of where the conflict is, where there are differing views or opinions or things in your life that just don't quite fit together well. It's a structure that is unstable. That's what this 5 of Wands is all about. And it's putting together things that don't go together. And that's why all of the rooms in this house, all of the floors in this tower need to be reassessed, because there's aspects of it that are not structurally sound. And so you can't go any higher, right? And if you're willing to go higher, you're ready to go higher, it's really about embracing your own inner strength with your wings. It's not about creating a man-made structure to try and get to the top, to try and touch God. It's about finding God within yourself, finding source within yourself, and spreading your wings to be able to ascend within. So yeah, this 5 of Wands energy, it's a challenge. These 5's energies are change. And they're, again, with the Tower, it's a lot of change happening really quickly. but try not to get overwhelmed. Try to stay compassionate and move into calmer waters when you're ready. Now, the supporting card here, you have the Nine of Swords, which is the basilisk. So this is interesting, coming up in a supportive position. The Nine of Swords is like a very stressful card. It's a card of fear, nightmares, overthinking, stress, undue stress. Again, like this is really the notch in the tower that is creating the issue here. There's fear, the wounds that need to be healed. There's fear around all of these different things. Again, we've got two creatures here that are, sorry, one second. There we go. That are like mashups. They're this weird sort of splice between all these different creatures. So it's like having no cohesion. It's just kind of chaotic. This energy is all mashed together. It needs to be sorted and it needs to be put into, you know, each respective pile. So going deep within to do that is what's going to help you deconstruct some of these areas that are not working for you. And if you choose not to do that kind of work, well, then the eclipses are going to do it for you. So you can do, you know, you can do it the easy way or you can do it the hard way. You can take action to do this and make it a priority, or you can go kicking and screaming. So either way, it's going to have to change. So the Nine of Swords, it's an ending as well. So you've got two nines on top of each other underneath the tower, and then the two fives. Lots of change, things coming to an end. Very important cycle though, because this is allowing you to ultimately free yourself from that stress. We got another 9 here, but this is a nicer 9, despite the picture. The 9 of Cups. So this is self-fulfillment. This is self-love, self-compassion, creating independent happiness. And you've got all of your cups in a row here, all of your ducks in a row. Ducks are water creatures as well. I don't know why. Ducks in a row. Again, it's like there's chaos and it needs to be organized. And that's why this is happening. So all of these emotions, it's progressing from the 5 of Cups, which is grief around letting go of all of this trauma and discord. Discord is really the card of, or really the word of this reading, discord. Discord needs to be let go of, big time. So you got 5 of Cups, letting go of that discord, the grief process around that, transitioning through the process of letting go. You've got the King of Cups, which is about that compassion for yourself and for whatever's happening. And then you got the 9 of Cups, is where you get to the point where this deconstruction is no longer a feared thing, because you understand that it's helping you to get to that level of fulfillment that you didn't have previously. So you may have had all this nice tower and all these nice rooms and whatever, but if you were walking around in there not being happy, then what's the point in having all that, right? So this is very much about you breaking down what wasn't meant for you in the first place. And the 9 of Cups, the Kraken here, the Kraken's crushing that ship. And I see the ships in this card as well with the 5 of Cups. I keep having to figure out how to put my hand in front. So the ocean, it's like you're not the ships, you're the mermaid. You have the ability to dive deep and, you know, avoid some of this or address some of these issues that are creating turbulence. And with the 6 of Swords, it's about being in calmer waters. And so what the mermaid can do is she dives deep into the areas of the ocean that are not, you know, turbulent like this, right? So it's really tricky on the surface, but when you go deeper, it's calm. And that's really what this is all about. And so you don't need this ship. You don't need these ships anymore. That's a man-made structure, right? That's why you're getting tossed around. It's the ego, right? And it's that same thing. It's the Tower of Babel. It's God. It was man's ego to try and reach God through building a tower. You can't reach God through physical means. You have to do it through your heart. You have to do it through your soul. You have to do it through self-compassion. Divinatory things can help too, because it'll help give you guidance. But that being said, you've got to do the work, and the work is all internal. So this is not something that can be built from the outside in. It has to be built from the inside out. And this Nine of Cups really shows you that. It's you getting to that point of completion, feeling that sense of fulfillment. And it's self-created fulfillment through the deconstruction of man-made or self-made programs or constructs that really don't fulfill you. Okay, so let's grab some Archangel Oracle cards for you, Aquarius. You got one there. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Okay, so you have Counselor. Wow, a lot of the signs have been getting this. I don't know what it is, and it's been popping out in my Reiki sessions and readings all over the place. This Counselor card is just like everybody's getting it. So it's Archangel Azrael. You are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So this can be you stepping into your role as a counselor. This can be you listening to your higher self and gaining counsel therein. This can also be about you, listening to your intuition or using divinatory means to counsel you as you move through these changes, to let go of some of these things. Again, tarot can help. But if it's not that, then it's really just about tuning into your higher self. This could also be about like counseling, like going to counseling to help you to deal with these sort of growing pains or the grief process and letting go of some of these things. This can give you the structure that you need to be able to create balance out of some of this chaos, right? So especially being or having an objective individual there who has the tools that you need to be able to transit into calmer waters. Yeah. So that's been coming out a lot for everybody. I also see this as kind of light working card. So if you feel called to be a light worker, or you are a light worker and you know that, this is really about standing in your power and helping others, because Lord knows we all need it. Right? So crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So this is after you clear a lot of what's going on, set very clear intentions for what you want to achieve, because the clearer you can get with your intentions, the more active the clearing process will be, and the rebuilding process after the deconstruction takes place. So crystal clear intentions are important. Be very specific. You don't want to have very general intentions, especially, January is a great month to set intentions because it's the beginning of a new year. It's kind of an arbitrary point to start the new year, but it's what we've created in the Gregorian calendar, and it's what we adhere to for the most part. So take that clean slate into mind here, take it to your advantage, and create some very, very clear and specific as you can, intentions, because then you'll get better results from it. And have the faith within and the desire within to know that you're going to achieve that, because you will. You've got the Nine of Cups here. So this is fulfillment. You will achieve that level of fulfillment. After all this stuff, you do get there. It's the last card, but you get there. Okay, so whether it happens in January or whether this is a process that unfolds through the course of the year, we'll find out as we go forward into next month's readings and so on and so forth. So stick around for that. So there you go, Aquarius, that's your reading. I hope that you resonated. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more, to stick around for next month's horoscope readings. I also do energy updates and general spiritual chit chats. If you guys are in need of some spiritual counseling or some divinatory high priestess energy, please reach out to me. This is what I do for a living. This is my purpose, my calling as a light worker. And so I would love to assist you in freeing yourself from some of these turbulent waters, to really diving deep and getting out of the current so that you can be free. My information is in the description box below to book a reading or a Reiki session with me. Just hit the show more button or the little inverted triangle. You'll get a drop down list of all of my services and offerings, as well as how to contact me and book a session. Okay guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here, and good luck in January and the new year, new decade. So big changes. Go with the flow. You've got this, guys. I love you. We'll see you next time. Bye.